welcome to my podcast. For everyone listening and watching, this is Ivet, Dahl.
Hello.
I don't know what it is about you guys, you CrossFit people, but you guys are like so hard to like book or like find a perfect time. Because like even with Steven, it was like a mission just to get him on here. And then I felt bad because I got him on here and I think he was late to his next client.
Oh.
But I mean, like it was just good conversation. So he's like, oh shit, I got to go like now.
Mm-hmm. I bet you guys were talking forever.
Yeah, mainly about you and about all our friends.
The cool people, right?
How have you been?
Good. Busy, but good. And I'm glad I'm here. I really appreciate Saida taking care of Brock. So Brock's chilling in the other room. So,
Oh, yeah. He might make an appearance later.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't doubt it if he was brand new.
He'll probably just walk in, actually. So because of that, I was able to come during the day. So that works out. Oh,
That's good.
Speaking of Brock.
There you go. See, I knew it. What's up, bud?
Hi. What am I doing?
You want to come say hi?
Come say hi, but then you have to go back with Papi, okay?
Real quick. Come on, hurry. Come on.
Hurry.
All
Oh, I
right,
said.
all right.
He's like, I said no.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye.
he got shy too. Okay, he's like, I'm not going home. That's what he said. Aw.
So for everyone that doesn't know, it's the thing too about this podcasting is I don't know a lot about you, but I know stuff about you. And then when I talk to other people, it's really weird. It's like asking the same questions that I already know about them. But I forget that people listening, they want to know this stuff.
Yeah, they want to know the other stuff.
So what do you do? Why did I call you on here? Why?
I don't know why.
I'm just kidding.
You need to lead. You need to lead.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to just...
So Yvette is a coach, trainer, and participator, I guess you could say. I don't know. She works with Steven out at CrossFit Hidden Valley. She's a mom of three. She's a wife of one. I hope.
Yes. Wife of one.
And so you know what? Right away, I already have a question from someone that asked, "How do you do it? How do you train? How do you have clients? How do you have like one-on-one sessions? And how do you still deal with 3 kids at home?" And a husband. And a big ass dog.
And a big dog, yes. Okay, so I guess I should do a little intro. Because, I mean, you got it for the most part. But my name's Ivet.
Yep.
He kind of covered that I'm married, mom of 3. I'm a CrossFit coach. I'm a personal trainer. And I have stuff going on personally with my Instagram kind of turned into like a brand. So Make It Work Mama. And it all started with, after having my second son, Brody, I started realizing that, trying to stay fit was becoming more of a challenge. So after my first son, it's easy. You have one kid. I mean, it's not easy, but it's easier because you can nap when they nap and you could you only have one other little body to take care of. Right. Then you have number 2 and then you have a toddler and the newborn, and I wasn't really making a lot of time for myself, and I wasn't in a good place mentally. I didn't know at the time, but postpartum is real, and postpartum depression, is real, and mainly a lot of people think of it as a negative thing, but it's natural and it's normal. And I was having the type of postpartum depression where no one else could help me, only I could help my kids. Poor Jake was like, I'm here, and my husband's very, very supportive and very active in our kids' lives and in our marriage and in general. And he felt kind of like helpless because I just felt like I needed to do it all myself. I didn't have a lot of friends. We got married really young. We were having kids really young. So I had a friend that was like, hey, you need to try this boot camp, right? I'm like, a boot camp? And she's like, yeah, it's through the CrossFit gym. And I heard CrossFit. I'm like, oh, no. I'm not doing CrossFit. I don't want to be bulky. I don't want to have big muscles. I want to look feminine. No, I'm just going to keep running and doing what I'm doing.
Stay toned.
Yeah, to stay toned, right? What I thought.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, and first of all, we're not printers, ladies. So there's no way to stay toned, okay?
Wow, yeah.
Oh, I know. I went
That's
there.
a good one.
I went there, okay.
That's your mom joke.
I saw it on a meme. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Total mom joke. But and I told my friend, I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I don't want to be bulky, blah, 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 blah. But I had been running, and running is one of those things where, yes, you could run in a group with people, have a community, but it's kind of like a solo thing, which isn't a bad thing because I had a lot of time to myself to really think, listen to music. But I noticed I was just running and I really wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. So, and I kind of felt empty because I didn't have friends or like someone to check in with, or like, hey, I'm doing this. And not gonna lie, but the ones that are closest to you are always going to be the ones that are least supportive in the beginning, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because they're family, they're really close friends with you, and they're like, you don't need to do that. Why are you doing that? Doing too much, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to this boot camp, do it 6 weeks, see what they have to offer. And then I'm going to probably be better shape by then. And I'll be able to do stuff on my own. I won't need to go back. Did the boot camp. It like lit a little fire inside of me that I didn't know existed still, especially after becoming a mom. And it kind of brought back like that inner competitiveness that we all have. Like, even if you say you're not competitive, I'm going to look at you and be like, you're lying.
Yeah. No one likes to lose.
Yeah. And that, but also competitive doesn't mean you have to win or.
Yeah, it does.
Or, no.
You have to be number one.
No. If you're not first, you're last. Like first or last. Okay. Yes and no, because I am pretty competitive myself, but everyone has a competitive bone in their nature. Like, as human beings, we are born to survive. Like, we all have survival instincts. We all have these instincts that want us to be on top and to be to survive, right? And that goes with being competitive in a way as well. So when you say you're not competitive, dude, push that drink a little bit over there. It's gonna fall. My mom mode came in.
Wow, yeah.
Hey, okay, it was like about to fall. Okay, you're just one ha. That thing would have fell back.
Wow.
Anyways, black coffee in your carpet. Back to check. Okay. So what was I saying?
Competitiveness.
Yeah. So I brought this little inner competitiveness that I didn't know existed anymore. And I loved it because it kept me coming back. And that's what motivates people to do what they do, whether it's fitness or whether it's like something else related. If you like what you're doing, you're going to do it and not feel like it's a chore, right? Because when you feel like it's a chore, that's when it doesn't become a priority, and then you slack and you're not really dedicated to it. But when you like it and you enjoy it, you go for that feeling, not for I have to do it. So next thing you know, 6 weeks in, I drank the Kool-Aid. I loved it. Sign me up. I'm doing CrossFit.
Wait, real quick.
Oh, yeah.
So in these 6 weeks, did you see any major changes?
Yes.
So, because you said that the competitiveness is what will get people into continuously doing it. But
yes.
like, I think, especially when it comes to like fitness goals, I think the one thing that keeps people going is seeing the results. Because it's one thing to like, oh, I'm lifting heavier or I'm losing this weight, but I don't see it. And that's the only thing that fucks a lot of people. So, I mean, if you went those 6 weeks and you didn't see anything, I'm pretty sure like you'd have been like, no, I don't.
It's true. And you're really true. So the 6 weeks, how it started is, and it's how even where I currently work at and what I do for personal training, we do like an assessment in the beginning. And so with that assessment, you take pictures, measurements, and you weigh yourself. And they also do like a fit assessment. So how many, it could be anything, right? So in this case, it was like how many air squats I could do in a minute, how many sit-ups I could do in a minute, like things like that.
So you do it in the beginning to see at the end.
And then you do it at the end,
nice.
Right? So what's cool about that is that when you start anything fitness related, if you just go in there without a benchmark, you are going to get to that point where you're like, man, I feel like I'm not seeing the results anymore. And because you're comparing your weight, right? Weight is number one. We look at a weight, I'm not losing weight, this isn't working, right? But had you have measured yourself or checked to see how fast you did a certain thing, as well as the weight, you'll look at it, man, I didn't lose weight, but I lost 3 inches around my waist, and I did 10 more sit-ups in a minute than I did this month than I did last month, or whatever, right? And that right there will show you are progressing and you are burning body fat and gaining muscle, right? Because that's probably why the weight didn't fluctuate, or you probably don't have weight to lose, or it just takes a little longer depending on what your goals are, right? So in those 6 weeks, I saw a big difference in not necessarily weight, but actually a lot of my inches. The pictures show my performance got better, and I just like loved it. And next thing you know, when I started CrossFit, I was more focused on what I could do, not how I looked like. And when I was so focused on that, my body was changing without me obsessing over it. Like I could, not that I could care less that if my body was changing, but the fact that I think my number one goal in the beginning was I want to do a pull-up, because I think a lot of women could relate. oh, my upper body strength is weak. I'm not very strong. I can't do a push-up. I can't do a pull-up. That was me.
That's very true.
I couldn't even put a barbell over my head. Like I would hold it like this. I'm like, what do I do? And then I would just like, yeah.
If I find the video, can I post it up here
of me?
On? Like, because I know you've seen
I have some funny ones
where you can't like really do a pull up.
Dude,
or, like,
I look like a dead fish. Yeah. Yes,
but and it's not to make funny. It's just to show like.
I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah,
AirDrop. Just kidding.
No, we'll do it later. That way when I'm editing, I'll put it up, and then that way people can see like what you started at, and then be like, damn, like at least I could do a pull up.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't do that, and so my number one goal at the time was like I want to be able to pull up. Oh, I was very scared of box jumps. I didn't jump on a box for like months, but when I started CrossFit, and then next thing you know, I'm like obsessing over like this goal of whatever it was at the time, pull up, or it could be a box jump or something. And my body was changing and I wasn't obsessing over it, where a lot of women and even men every week, they're there on the scale looking and then just feeling down and negative. And then that's when that little high starts slowly decreasing, and then you stop, and then you go without a month without working out, and then you're okay, and you go back at it because you know better, but then same thing. And it's like this vicious cycle. And that's what a lot of people have problem with, is that when they're doing anything fitness related or health related, if they don't see results right away, they think it's not working. And that's not necessarily the case. Things take time. So the faster it is for you to lose the weight, the faster it is for you to probably gain it back. The slower it is for you to lose the weight, the slower, more likely it's going to be for you to gain it back, because that's what a healthy way of looking at it, because it takes time, because that's why those crash diets don't work.
What's that?
So something like where you like, and it could be anything. I don't want to bash on certain diets. I'm not going to name a certain diet, but a crash.
You make it seem like a certain diet's a person.
I know,
I don't
right?
mean to talk shit about him, but
yeah. So I don't want to. Yeah, because there's lots of diets out there that people do that say you're going to lose X amount of weight in a certain amount of time, and you do something very extreme. So your body is like, whoa, what's going on? And it loses all this weight or whatever.
Like it shocks it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then one little like slip up, because let's just say this diet tells you it's extreme and it has you remove a lot of different type of foods that you're normally eating or whatever. But then the second or the minute you eat that food, you gain that weight back, right? Because that wasn't a sustainable diet or something that you could maintain for the rest of your life. So if you could find something that you could sustain and make it a lifestyle and be conscious about it and mindful about it, then that's going to be the best diet for you. I also don't like the word diet, because when people think the word diet, they think it means like
eating less food.
They think
water.
It's lettuce, water, right?
Like miserable stuff.
Yeah. No, but diet is what is your diet, like what you eat. So it's like, it's not a thing. So you know how you mentioned like a person. Yeah, it's not that. I did make it seem like that at first, but it's a diet is just like what your diet is. Like, what do you eat in a day? Someone's diet could be McDonald's every day. Someone's diet could be, they eat, all meat or whatever. So it just depends. That word could be kind of like mixed up sometimes, because people think of it as it's like you're eating less, or like you're just eating this or certain thing. But no, a diet is.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. So basically diet is like everyone's diet is different. So if you talk to like a nutritionist or dietitian, because they'll prescribe different meals for different clients, because they're a dietitian or a nutritionist or whatever. It's not one certain like thing. So if that makes any sense.
No, yeah, it does. Yeah. In those 6 weeks, or after those 6 weeks, were you automatically hooked? Like you went straight and got a gym membership?
Yeah, I got a membership. I had the high socks. I had the headbands.
Is this CrossFit or gym?
CrossFit. Yeah. Okay. So I did CrossFit. And
so not like an actual gym. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
There we go. No,
functional fitness.
Oh, you got me. But
it just popped in my head.
I know, but yeah. So I did that, and then I was leaning out a lot. I was like a little Energizer bunny, because when I started, I wasn't doing a lot of heavy lifting, because, and also heavy lifting is relative, because it means different for everybody, because my heavy is going to be different than your heavy, and someone else's heavy is going to be different for them. But, so that's why when people are like, oh, lift heavy, I'm like, yes. But then I also, I I would hate for somebody who doesn't lift a lot thinking that they can't lift heavy. Yes, you can lift heavy for yourself and for what you're capable of. That's what you mean by it.
Yeah, and I've always done that. Yeah, whenever people say like I'm gonna lift heavy today, doesn't mean I'm fucking benching 365. It just means I'm lifting more than what I normally do.
Yes,
right?
yes, exactly. Yeah,
a little bit more. Yeah.
But a lot of people think, man, I'm never gonna be able to lift that much weight. I'm like, no, we're not asking you to lift this weight. We're asking you to push yourself, and that's gonna be what we consider as heavy, or something that's gonna where the last 2-3 set or reps are like, ooh, I felt that. Not just breeze through 20 reps and then just like have a little sweaty head and that's about it. No, like something that's gonna push you. So that word is like diet, right? It's kind of different, it means different. But so I was losing a lot of weight, getting really lean, and then I got pregnant again. and we wanted to. So it was part of the plan. We got pregnant again. Everything was all good. And then
this is with your second kid, right?
Yeah.
And then I think
after my second.
So this is going into your third.
So after Brody. So
okay.
So I got pregnant. I got pregnant and then I had a miscarriage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it was like we're going into the second trimester. And that was my first pregnancy where I was like considered fit and healthy, and I was really looking forward to like a fit pregnancy. And then that happened, and I blamed myself a lot because I thought that maybe I caused it
from working out too much.
Yes, yeah, and I thought it was that. And then my midwife was like, at this rate in your pregnancy, for the timing of it, the baby just wasn't properly developing. That's why you had the miscarriage. Because it was like first trimester miscarriage going on to like my 11th or 12th week. So I was about to get into the second. And she was like, so honestly, like, don't be hard on yourself. This is nothing that was in your control, kind of thing. And she reassured me how normal it is, because miscarriages are very common and very normal. People don't talk about them a lot, especially in Hispanic culture. It's like one of those things that we really don't want to like talk about a lot. And
that's very true.
Yeah. And it's kind of something like a lot of like, I know my aunts and maybe my grandma too, where they were like ashamed of, or something that it's like, it's your fault kind of thing. Yeah.
Mexicans are brutal.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's what it was. Cause, or I feel like in the Hispanic culture, if it didn't happen to you, then something is wrong with you. Kind of thing. It's like one of those things. So I had a lot of family members that probably never had miscarriages. So like when I had one, it's like, oh my gosh, like why did you have one? I didn't have one.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh,
and a lot of it might be just because of, hey, what's up, dude?
You can get him.
Oh, look at Poppy. How cute he is. Hey, you know what Poppy means in English? Call him daddy.
Whoa.
It sounds so different, huh?
Yeah.
This
it's a microphone. You want to say hi? Say hi to it. Speak into it.
Okay.
Say hi real quick.
Why do this?
What's your name?
Brocky.
Oh, Brock.
Say your full name.
What's your full name?
My full is hand.
Nice. Nice.
No. Okay. What's your middle name? Brocky. Alan Dahl. Okay.
Lesnar.
Okay. Go back over there with Saida, and the doggy's right here. Oh my God. He's chilling. He's hiding. You gonna grab him?
Go ahead and grab him. Take him to the living room. Go watch Spider-Man. Go take him and go grab Spider-Man.
Okay,
or go watch Spider-Man.
Mommy's busy. Okay.
So you guys, this is the life of Yvette right here.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm gonna let him do this, because this is what I'm pretty sure you're used to, right?
Oh yeah. Like,
pretty sure at the gym.
It's like I could be holding him, all this chaos will be going on. I'm like, and like, are you listening? Yes, I am.
You're like, you have no idea.
Blocking him out.
I don't think it's gonna fit your head, but you could try.
That'll fit Poppy.
I tried putting on his head.
Really? How cute. Okay, but anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so I had the miscarriage and was really hard on myself. And then next thing you know, a month later, we were blessed to be pregnant again with this one. So this one is my CrossFit baby. Brocky, show him your muscles. Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
You're gonna rip the sweater.
It's actually funny though. The ultrasound that when we found out he was a boy,
I got shot.
the way the ultrasound looked, and I'll send you the picture of it. His ultrasound, like you see his profile, and he's like this.
Whoa.
It's so cool.
It's like, have you seen that video of
Yeah.
that kid that comes out holding the fucking what's it? The birth control.
The UTI or whatever. Or not UTI. What is it called?
It's
IUD.
a T. I don't know.
Oh yeah, something like that. UTI.
Holding the DUI.
There we go. Even better. All these different acronyms.
You can pick them up.
But yeah. So then we had him. So I was a little. He's tired. Okay. I was a little paranoid when I got pregnant again. I didn't want to work out.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just so nervous. But then I was reassured by midwife, like, keep doing what you're doing. Like, you were doing this before you were pregnant, so you could keep doing it. And, kept an eye on me, and everything was fine. And I even did the CrossFit Open pregnant with him.
Holy shit, really?
And I won.
Are you serious?
for the gym,
Were you like showing though? Or were you
Yes, I was like 20, 21 weeks. So I had a bump, especially with your third kid, you show more and more the more you have children. So I had a bump. So for sure.
I'd hate to be competing in that with you and I lost to a pregnant girl.
It was pretty fun. And they, when I did it, they made sure like I was breathing. I wasn't like overexerting myself. So it was fun. Did that, had him, it was a, thankfully easy labor. And he was actually, so my babies are usually like 8 pounds, 8+ pounds. This one was not even 7. He was like 6 something. I'm like, my baby, he was so little. And I thought this is because I was working out, but no, they're just all different. And I was just eating a lot better too, the third time around. I know he was healthy, and then I got back at it. And this, during my pregnancy, is actually when I started getting a lot of reposts from like different like fit pregnancy like Instagram.
That's a thing?
Yes, it's like a whole little like world. Mm-hmm. So there's these accounts with like millions of followers of it's called like fit pregnancy or Fit for Two, Fit for Mom Fitness, like a lot of different stuff. Oh, cool. And I was getting reposted a lot because I would post my videos of me working out with Brock, like when I was pregnant. And that's when I started getting a lot of attention on my account by moms that work out, CrossFit community. And that's kind of where it kind of blew up, where where my Instagram is where it's at now. It did kind of skip over. So after I had the miscarriage and I got pregnant, that time that I was taking it easy, it was like I couldn't really stay away from CrossFit. So I took a break from CrossFit for like the first 2-3 months, and I was working out on my own at like Snap Fitness or something. And I took a pre and postnatal fitness instructor course. So like a personal training certification for prenatal fitness. And
so you could be certified?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I did that so I could train myself properly because remember I thought that, the miscarriage was a cause of me and I was really hard on myself.
Yeah.
But then when I got pregnant again, I'm like, I don't want that to happen again. I want to be able to train people pregnant and after pregnancy, and why not do it on myself like first to see, like to see how the benefits of it helps when you're pregnant. So I did that, and then I was doing it. It just wasn't the same. Like the environment was a little different. And that's when Steven reached out to me.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, you should come and try Hidden Valley.
So you didn't know Steven before this, like as a friend from school or anything?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
I just knew him like through the CrossFit community, like on Instagram, like on social media. And then when I stopped going to the gym prior, the CrossFit gym prior, and I took a break and was like doing things on my own and studying to be a personal trainer to specialize in pre and postnatal fitness. That's when Steve was like, hey, you should come try out. And this is like during the open time. So around this time, like,
okay.
It's like 4 years ago. And he was like, yeah, you come out here. We're going to do the open, blah, blah. So that's when I started doing the open.
Was this out at the ranch?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then
you got to see that.
So I became a member, did the open. I won. Just kidding.
Yeah.
And then I took a little break after I had the baby, and then I went back, and I would drive like 20-30 minutes every morning, like pregnant, like 5 a.m. to go do the 5 a.m. class because that was the only class I could make it to. But it was worth it, even though we're outside in the ranch.
But being pregnant, I'm pretty sure you had to scale a lot of your workouts, right? Like I'm pretty sure you can do a burpee, right?
No, I would say yeah. So we would put like little parallettes. So I would do like the push-ups still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, it's like a deficit. So like my belly wouldn't hit the ground. It would, be right above the ground. So little things like that. So Steven was really good about that, training me, especially because he knows like where I was prior to getting pregnant and then what I was capable of pregnant too. Mm-hmm. So he trained me when I was pregnant for CrossFit. And then, so what was I saying? So yes, so I kind of backtracked to that. As to where I started become a personal trainer. So that's originally why I started, is to help myself through pregnancy. So I can make sure I do it safely. And then, so my Instagram kind of like started getting like attention from all these different accounts, and then reposts. And then seriously, with reposts and things like that, like that really your account could really blow up that way if you have the right people, like notice you, and reposting your videos and stuff. And then I had Brock, and then it was still coming. A lot of people were asking me like what I was eating or what was I doing after Brock and things like that. And I try to be really transparent. I would show pictures of me like in like my pregnancy girdle. So after you have a baby, they recommend you have like this little girdle to keep everything, together, because your core is weak. I would have videos, non-edited, no catfish filters, literally me just showing everything. I would do before and after pictures, cellulite, stretch marks, everything. Like, I didn't care. And people really appreciate the honesty.
And honestly, it really is, because like, especially, I mean, for me being a guy, I'm like that when it comes to like people that are guys that are really big. It's like, all right, like let's see what you really take. Like I hate when if you find out like, oh, they're on some like type of SARMs or like steroids, but or they're just like, like
you can tell by their skin too.
Yeah, and then they're like sponsored, so they're like, oh, I take this. Like, do you really?
Yeah.
So like, but the fact that you're like raw and you're like, no, this is what. And I think a lot of girls can be like, I look like that too, or like that's how my body was, or worse, or less, or hers is worse than mine.
Yeah, no.
So it does help a lot though,
and it makes you feel like,
I wish more guys were like that.
Makes you feel like, guys. We'll go back to that.
I think guys are worse than girls. Yes,
I think they are. Yeah,
big time.
Girls, we're living a time now where girls are more accepting of their flaws, which makes it easier for other girls to be accepting of their flaws and their insecurities, and we're very vocal about it. I feel like it's getting better. And it depends who you follow, because honestly, it's what you see. So if you're following negativity, you're going to be consumed in negativity. If you follow people that make you happy and keep things real, then that's what you're going to be consumed of, and you're in control of it. Like, you could literally, there's an unfollow button. If that person or that thing or that account doesn't make you feel good, do it. That's my biggest advice.
I mute them
or that,
because I don't want to be like petty or something. Like,
oh, I was thinking,
followed me, or then I just don't want them to find out. So I just be
that's
like,
true. I guess if it's like personal people that yeah, but like if it's bigger accounts, like then they won't.
Just get out of here.
Skid out.
I blocked Kylie Jenner for a while. I just didn't want to see her at all, because like it was just all over my story. I mean, on my popular page, so I had to block her. Like,
it's toxic. You don't want to be like.
She kept DMing me. It's so annoying.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, it's not her. Courtney's with who? Travis Barker now.
Courtney's my girl, dude, and she's with Travis Barker, and he's the drummer for Blink-182. Like, I'm a huge fan of his and hers. So it's really cool.
It's like perfect mix.
Yeah. Anyways, back.
Okay, so what was I saying again about
that you just let it all out? You were raw.
Yes, I let it all out. And
do you think at some point, either you or Jake, were you guys ever like, maybe you're showing a little too much, like?
And you know what? We're gonna get into that too, okay. Because literally, I was wearing a bra and chonies, and the chonies I'm wearing are like bikini cut chonies. So like, I don't want to say grandma chonies, but like they were my hospital chonies that I would wear like after having a baby. Like, so they're like not very flattering ones, but I'm all out there taking pictures. And we're gonna get into this too, because there's a lot of double standards when it comes to this, and I hope I don't ruffle any feathers, but
no,
it's good to talk about these things. Yeah. But I don't want to get off topic, but we'll go back to that. Remind me, because I have a good thing on that.
Remember that.
Take note. So I was doing all that, and then back to where you're saying, like how those guys like, oh, do you really take that? Like blah, blah, blah. Like companies would reach out to me. They're like, hey, like we want to send you this. If you do a post every blah, 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 we'll give you free product. Just share and blah, blah. I was very like at first when you get an offer like that, it's like, oh, this is so
it's cool. Really cool. Yeah.
Like I want to do it.
You don't care what it is.
You don't care what it is, right?
Supplements.
Yeah. And then I started thinking about it some more and researching, and I was like, a lot of people do this, or like I see a lot of my friends already do it. It's like, am I really that special? Or there's just some like robot that just sent this thing, because
it's really hard.
Yeah. So I would really sit on things for a while, because if you commit or dedicate to something, you don't want it to interfere with possibly another opportunity down the road, because it'll be like conflict of interest, right? Yeah. So I was thinking like, is this like the goal? Is this really what I want? Or is it just because it's like here in my face and I'm just taking it, settling for it? Yeah. I was just like, so I was like, you know what? thank you for the offer, but I'm not interested, especially if I didn't believe in the product,
Yeah,
or
exactly,
it didn't or I've never used it. So I would have people send me things, and before I would agree, I'm like, hey, I don't mind trying it out, but I'm not going to share with my friends and family if I don't know if it's a good product or not.
See, and that's good, yeah.
Yeah, and I would do that, and
I'd like to think everyone does that.
Yeah, because there's been times there's a lot of random supplement companies that would like come up to me and I would just hold out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really believe in your product. And I read the ingredients and I don't really like it.
They're all like, fuck you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really say that. But,
get the fuck out of here.
But me waiting on that gave me the opportunity to work with X Endurance. And this is like years later. This is like 2 years later. So, because I didn't have this opportunity till like a year ago. Right. So that's good. Because had I been with some other company, I never would have had the opportunity to work with a bigger, nice company like that, and same thing with the clothes. So,
and they're a sponsor, X Endurance.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric from working together over the couple years. That was able to happen. So it was kind of cool. It all worked out. But yeah, I'm a sponsored, not athlete because, I'm a mom, but sponsored.
Moms can be athletes.
I'm a sponsored, like regular person, I guess you could say. So I really appreciate them. I really love their products. I tried out before even doing that. I was already a customer. So it was awesome. So
and with them, was it they slid in your DMs and were like, yo, try our product, or
they were noticing me from the pictures with Eric and they saw my account.
Yeah, because Eric did work for them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Eric works for them, and then they were noticing that, hey, there's this chick that's in your pictures a lot, and I already use the products. And then they kind of looked at my account and they're like, hey, like we like what we see, we like your vibe and what you stand for, we want to do this for you. So that's what came about with that. So yeah, I would get, offers on certain accounts, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of sketchy, or I don't really like their clothes, I'm not gonna do that. But I was a very big fan, even when I was pregnant with Born Primitive, forever. And I love them because they were so good about reposting their like customers and sharing stories, and like, well, this is before stories were even a thing, but like sharing like posts and things like that. Reposting. It was Repost app. That was like the thing back on Instagram.
I forgot about that. I forgot you couldn't do stories before. It was just post a picture, like it, or comment.
That was it. There wasn't stories before. And then
how old are you? No, just kidding.
I know. I was not getting into that. Yeah. But we so with Born Primitive, I started getting attention pregnant. I did like Mother's Day photo shoot. Not Mother's Day. Mother's Day photo shoot. Why did I say that? I did a pregnancy photo shoot. Oh. So, and I got pictures professionally done by somebody, not Eric. I didn't know Eric yet. And I was in a gym setting. I was wearing all Born Primitive, and they saw my picture like, this is bomb. And this is around the time where Mother's Day was happening. So they used my photos. They asked if they could use my photos to do like their Mother's Day sale, like, advertisement or whatever. And I'm like, sure. Like, and I'm like, that'd be cool. I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
So they used my photos, and then that's how that came about with Born Primitive. So, so that opened the door with them. So, I'm a sponsored ambassador through them. So, I love working with them because that's honestly all I wear. Yeah. So it's just really all I wear.
Use code Ivet Safe, or what is it?
Yeah, it is.
I'll put it up.
Yeah. And then my link to X Endurance is kidding. Ivet Safe as well.
We'll do it all. I actually have a sponsored person on here now, so I can have like all these links in the description.
All these links. Oh, I do have a gift for you.
Really?
Yeah. Do I give it to you now? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, I started getting nervous. Like,
so I have my little
pink backpack. That's cool. I like it.
My little pat pack.
That's for you. I thought that was my.
I also have snacks for us if we get hungry later.
Oh, nice.
And
how long do you plan on being?
I know. I wasn't sure.
It's like, I brought like some chicken, some prep meals.
I got my meal prep.
Yeah.
Yeah, microwave here. Just kidding.
Yeah, we do. We can afford a microwave. Okay.
This is for you. I just drink these a lot. I'm not sponsored by them, but I love them. They're
Fit Aid. Yeah, you have like a whole fridge of these.
I love those. But
maybe we can get you Fit Aid. Come on.
Come on now. I've been drinking the Kool-Aid. So I got you a shirt.
Did you bring me a shirt?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
So I ordered you a new one. This is Jake's. I washed it, but this is for just
I'm used to wearing
for the
Jake's
looks,
clothes.
for the aesthetic of the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so
I love it.
Yeah, so put it on.
Can I put it on?
Right now.
All right. Let's take a break real quick.
No break. Hey, just kidding.
I'll cut it right here. Yeah, just take a break. How's the battery on that? I'll go change that.
That's.
All right, you can press record now. Whatever. He's not even paying attention. You good?
Good, yeah.
All right. So yeah, I had to do a quick wardrobe change. So
Hey.
thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for my used shirt.
You're
No, just
welcome.
kidding.
Your actual shirt will be coming in soon.
Thank
But
you.
I needed it today. I'm like, Jake, we're gonna wash that shirt and we're gonna give it to Jordan. And we're laughing because Saida just mentioned that Jake gave you a shirt one time.
Yeah, quick story. So we had all went out and we had went to like a little get together that was outside, so it was cold. So and when I wear sweaters, I wear a sweater with nothing underneath.
That's like a girl problem. Oh shit, do I have a shirt on?
It's just comfy. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't like wearing two like of everything. So I was just wearing a shirt or a sweater with nothing underneath. We go into a bar, and it's like hot in there, and I'm like sweating. And Jake's like, "Dude, you good?" I'm like, "I'm just hot." He's like, "Well, take your shirt off." I was like, "I can't. I don't have a shirt underneath." He's like, "Dude, I got you." Motherfucker had 3 shirts on. He had like a white tee, a like CrossFit Hidden Valley tee, like a green one, and then he had like a gray like sweater.
Oh yeah,
V-neck
yeah.
sweater. So we go out into the restroom and he like takes his shirt off. It literally takes shirt off his back and gives it to me.
Aw,
and
that's
I felt so
fake
bad
for
'cause I
you.
still have it to this day.
It's
I
okay.
never
We
get it back.
it was a Hidden Valley shirt. We have lots of those.
I figured.
So yeah.
But yeah, so this is my second shirt from Jake. So thanks,
Yeah,
Jake.
it is.
But thank you very much. Actually, I love these shirts. And when you had first posted it, not gonna lie, I told her I was like, I like them. I was like, but I don't like. I was hoping they were like this. I like pocket tees with
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
design on the
Uh-huh.
thing. So I was like, if they're like that, then they're cool. But like for girls and the and
You
the
didn't
other
see on that post with the guy version,
I think I did,
like
but
later on.
maybe,
Yeah. So
but no, I really like them though.
So I have unisex tees with the pocket logo, and I had requests on like tank tops, right? So tank tops you can't really do a pocket logo, but for girls, so we
Yeah.
just went bigger. But we have a lot of different versions of this logo, so I'll be doing more later on. Eric was the one that designed this. He was so patient with me
Obviously.
because we went so many different directions, and it's funny because I still have the emails of all the versions of how it could have been.
I love that. I love when you like
and
you see the
it's-
final product, but it's like, what did you come up with before?
Dude, this thing started off like, I don't even know the term because Eric's just really good about like he went to school for this, so he has like the proper terms of like lettering and like whatever. But it was like, I want to say it looked like dang it, I'm gonna chop it up like really geometric-y looking vibe, and like it was like totally different. There's like arch in one of them, and like this, and then the pineapple was just a pineapple. Then it was kind of a butt, and then we decided to stay on the butt. 'Cause I think it was like,
you like mixed a pineapple and a peach.
yes,
Like-
because you see pineapples, and he was very like, okay, you want your logo to be like something where you see it, you're like, that is Ivet, that's Make It Work, mama,
mine, or
you know.
that's- yeah, it's Ivet.
Because there's pineapples are kind of popular. I mean, like a lot of they come and go, like pugs, you know. They're like or like
Yeah.
Frenchies or whatever. But like, what will make that stand out? Where it's like, oh, that's related to you.
But not gonna lie, you did really good on like I don't know, I guess like trademarking the pineapple just alone because just without that, like the Make It Work moment, like anytime I go to the store and I see a pineapple like on a shirt or a cup, I'm like, Yvette. Like I just see pineapple. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to order that they for a while that was only available in Hawaii. You saw that? Yeah, I wanted to order one.
So I was
It
actually
looks dope.
we were on vacation in Hawaii when these came out. Couldn't find them anywhere. I was spending most of my vacation looking for that pineapple. I'm like, dude, why am I going to all these Starbuckses when I'm freaking Starbucks is the way I said it.
It's because you're Mexican.
I know, dude, I am. People are like,
Under
oh,
all that blonde hair. You're
I
Mexican.
know.
Don't forget.
Totally.
All right.
This is Mexican blonde, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't find it. But my friend Stacy, she collects these, and she was selling them. She was getting rid of this one. I'm like, I want it. She's like, you're the first person I thought about. I'm like, cool. So I scored on that one.
Nice.
So now I drink all my water, staying hydrated. So
Yeah, okay.
and
It's not
ladies, you know what happens when you drink pineapple. So
yeah, you turn into one.
I turned into one. But speaking of like the
Is
whole
that real? Is that real?
Huh.
Do you think it's real?
it was real for guys too.
Oh wow. Okay.
So everybody eat your pineapple.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. We're going to keep this PG, okay?
You guys know what we're talking
PG-13,
about, yeah.
but so what was I saying? What did you say right now about when you see pineapples, right? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I bet, you know, and it's like
So just pineapples alone, I'm like Yvette. So
Yeah, and
now
I
that you
l-
have like a whole logo behind
little
it,
thing. I'm glad we incorporated it because we weren't going to at first. I'm like, oh, almost said an F word. But that was like, F it. Like,
you can curse. You know what? I'll bleep if you curse. I'll bleep it out. For you. Just to stay.
that'll make it funny,
professional.
actually.
It
I
will.
would love it. But I just
You
want
can't say the N word. Nah.
No, I
Because I'll
did.
bleep it out and they're gonna think you just said the N word.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No
I'm
way.
just kidding.
I'm not gonna say negative. That's a mean word.
Whoa! I heard negative.
Negative.
Scared the shit out of me. I was like, you bet no. I think just smacks the camera on the floor.
It's freaking
So wait,
light on fire.
Yeah. Could never have that stone ever again. You're gonna get canceled, dude. That's like a real thing. You're gonna get canceled.
I'm gonna get canceled.
You're pretty famous at this point, so
no way.
Fucking X Endurance or Fit A's like we were until I think she said the N word on your podcast. I don't think we can have her as a.
No way.
Real quick, why a pineapple? You just like them?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. So a couple years ago, at the gym, like Steven and like everyone who would work out there were just like, dude, like you're freaking pineapple, because my hair was always like,
that's right. Yeah.
I would always like when I do my hair to work out, it's like a hot mess express at the top. It's your average top knot. Like every girl does a top knot, right?
It, yeah.
So they get it. It's the sweat pant, yoga pant. I'm going to Target with my Starry Bucks and vibe, right? So it's just nothing special about it. But since my hair is like fake blonde, the top was always really blonde and up.
So like a pineapple.
Yeah, and I would put it up, and my hair was so long that I wouldn't do like wrap it around, so the hair would stick out here.
So it just flare out.
It really looked like a pineapple. So that's how it started, and then next thing you know, I'm getting little gifts of pineapple, or this made me think of you, stickers, things like that. And then I'm like, dude, like I guess I'm into pineapples now. So and so now it's a thing. So I have like jewelry that's pineapple, cups, stickers. Even my kids, oh, mom, it's a pineapple. You're going to love it or whatever. So it's just kind of funny. But the fact that you mentioned that yesterday, I actually, I had my hair like in a braid. So it was like tight and it was low and I had a braid. And I put it in a braid because I was doing an open workout redo. And the workout has like a lot of double unders and stuff. And usually I don't care when I'm doing like regular workout at the gym. I don't care if my hair falls out or it's a hot mess express.
But it's annoying, huh?
It's annoying, yeah. But this open workout was like an online competition, and I didn't want to have any mishaps. So the second time I did it, I made sure my hair was like toit, and I put a braid, and everything looked all like, you know.
You never want to get like cornrows?
Yeah,
like the UFC fighters?
It was pretty much like that. Oh, okay, dude. So I walk.
So
I walk in. I'm determined to do this workout, and I had only 30 minutes before I had to train a client. And I walk in there, and Eric was actually in class, and he was just like, oh, shit, you know. And then when he was done with his workout, he took pictures of me. He's like, Ivet, I was just inspired. I never seen you with your hair like that. You look like McGregor coming out ready to fight or whatever. He did like that walk, and I can't do it. Hey, baby.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
You can chill here. It's fine.
You want to sit right here?
You tired?
Oh, looking. You
want milk?
Want milk?
You want milk?
He's like, bro. You don't like milk?
You don't like milk?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go back with the doggies, okay? No. Brocky.
You can take that car if you want.
Jordan's better at this. Look at him.
If you can get it, you can take it.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to climb up this and do all that. Almost. Get on the chair,
You're so
silly.
Close.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, there you go.
He's all.
Just like his mom, he's determined.
He got it. Oops, it's okay.
It's okay.
But yeah, so that's where the pineapple came to be. But yesterday when I had my hair down like that, everyone's like, you look different.
They're like, you okay?
Are you okay? Like, wait. And they're like, oh, I didn't recognize you. I'm like, oh, I couldn't tell. That didn't look like you. Like literally everyone I saw at the gym that day was like, mentioned something about my hair. And I was like, dang, I didn't realize it. And then so Brock didn't get to see me before I left to the gym because he was napping. So when I came home from work, he sees me with my braid and he was like, Mommy, your hair, what's wrong with it? Even he noticed it because they're so used to my hair being so. I was talking about how you were talking about my hair last night. Okay, love you. Bye. Bye. Vroom, vroom. He's all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Side is a terrible babysitter. He came in like 3 times. I just kidding.
But yeah, so that's where the pineapple came to be. Okay. So yeah, I'm glad you liked the shirt. Eric designed the butt thing to make it look all cute, and it's funny because kids will tell you how, like, they'll tell you what they think and what
the
truth.
Yeah.
So when my kids saw the logo, the first thing they're like, Mom, it's a butt. Like, I'm like, yes. I'm like, that's what we wanted to go for. And there's some people who see it, oh, it's a cute pineapple. And I mention it. They're like, wait, it's a butt. I'm like, you don't get it. I was like, you wouldn't get it. Yeah. But my kids get it. So as long as they get it, then I know majority will get it.
Damn.
Kids.
How'd you do this past weekend? I know there was what's it called?
The open
Saturday?
workout thing.
Yeah,
that was the one. So I did it before everybody on.
Did you win?
On Friday.
Oh, you're a coach, so
yeah. So I did it before everybody on a Friday. So I kind of was like the test bunny. Test bunny?
But wait, when you do,
is that a thing? Test bunny, or a test guinea pig?
Guinea pig.
There we go. I'm like, wait, I got my animals wrong. Okay.
They test bunnies.
Yeah.
Too.
So yeah,
put makeup on.
I mean, that's true. They do. Yeah. So I was a guinea pig and learned from that experience, and then yesterday was my last day to redo it if I wanted a better score.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, you do it however many times you want. It's not recommended because the workouts suck, so nobody wants to do them twice. But I did it, and that's when I looked like McGregor. I had my hair in a braid and everything. I came to F shit up. Oh, I said, you gotta bleep that one. Okay?
I'm gonna bleep out just you saying the F.
Yes, you
just
should.
F.
F. Bleep up F. But yeah, so that was fun. We have like 3 more weeks of it. So that's like a big thing in the CrossFit community. And every year I'm like, I'm not into it. I don't want to do it. And then I do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. So yeah.
Have you, and I mean, you've been doing CrossFit for a long time now. Are you like, have you gotten to a point where you're like, do you ever, I mean, I know you love it, but do you ever have days where you're just like, I just don't want to do the gym this week or today?
Not this week, but today's. Yeah, those happen every now and then. I think it's normal. But I know at the end of that day where I didn't want to, I'm like, man, I know it would have felt better if I went, kind of thing, you know. But sometimes your body just needs extra sleep, or it needs some time with family, or, you know, to be outside, and that's totally normal. As long as you just make it not bad, but just as long as you make it like so when people have a bad day, they literally have a bad day, not a bad hour or a bad moment or a bad 30 minutes. Whatever is making you have that bad feeling, and you turn it into the whole day, and you look back, you're like, dang it, man, I should just had my 5 minutes to be emotional gangster and then get back at it, right?
Yeah. Because
now I ruined my whole day, and I missed out on like memories or like positive vibes, or I could have made someone's day too better, but I was just in my little dark whatever feelings at the time, you know. And it's fine, we all have bad days, but just to remember that don't make it a bad couple days or bad week, because then it turns to a bad year, and then there you go, you know. And then next, you know, you're losing out on things that, you know, you could have, you know, have had if you had just been more I guess we could say more, I want to say positive, because I love that word so much, but it's also like one of those words too where it's just like, it's kind of like could be done ingenuinely, where you say it all the time, like positive, I positive. I'm like, hey, we're really like, are you really a positive all the time? And it's more of like how you handle it after, like when you have a bad moment, how you handle it going forward, you know. Because you know, I have my moments, I'm mad, but then like, am I gonna stay mad, or am I gonna like, okay, that's moving on, you know. It's how you handle it is what makes those bad days easier, I guess you could say. But yeah, no, I have those, not a lot, but I think what motivates me more, what helps me keeps me motivated, is that one, I work there, so I have to be there. So I have
that depend on you.
Yeah, so I don't have an excuse not to not go. Like I have people depending on me to like help them, you know. So they're my motivation, and also the people I work with and work out with, like we all motivate each other. So like they'll notice if we're not there for a day. Hey, where were you? Like, what's up? Like, and that's part of the community.
You're like, fucking leave me alone.
I know.
One
Dude,
day.
It's so funny. There was somebody didn't show up, and this goes for a lot of people. But like, if you don't show up like on a Friday or Monday, and then like we don't see you like all weekend, and then you just miss that one day, and it's like Tuesday. Like, dude, where were you?
It does seem like a long
time.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, where were you? Like, dude, I just missed yesterday. I'm like, oh, it's right. You know, like it's one day, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, that happens. But,
so how do you
I guess we go back to that question that somebody asked. I felt like we kind of we went around.
Oh yeah, that was actually by Fernie.
Oh
from
yeah.
the gym.
Oh yeah, I love Fern. Yeah, she's so cute. So her question was, how do I do it?
Yeah.
So
Like, I mean, because you have 3 kids. So, I mean, 2 are in school, right now? And then 1 is what? He's not in school, or how does that work?
Oh, so I have 2 in school, and then Brock's in like preschool, like half days. He goes to school 2-3 times. Oh, or no, right now he only goes 2 times a week, only for 3 hours. So he does that, but he'll be in full preschool this coming year, but it'll be half days too, but Monday through Friday, I think.
It'll be more days though.
Yeah, more days. Yeah. But even when he's doing that, I'm oh, I burped. Sorry.
I'll bleep it.
I work during the time that he's gone too, so I do that. But how do I do it? Yeah. Honestly,
to be specific, I was looking up the question. Yeah. She said balancing mom duties and coach duties.
Balancing mom duties and coach duties. Dude, the MVP is Jake.
Yeah, he really is.
He is.
He's a great dad. Wish he was my dad.
He's a real MVP. So having a supportive partner, and then so the whole thing, Make It Work Mama, came to be is like kind of like make it work, no excuses. If there's a will, there's a way.
Nice. And
kind of thing, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, everybody could do it, blah, blah, blah. And yes, but to a certain extent, some have it harder than others.
Yeah.
And it'd be easy for me, and it would be very inconsiderate of me to say, oh, you could do it too. I do it.
I can do it with 3 kids and all this.
I'm like,
everyone's different.
Yeah. And I'll never preach that, because I know my challenges would be a lot more challenging if I did not have a supportive husband. And that's Jake, Then I think about, okay, what if I didn't have Jake? Or let's say I do have Jake, because some husbands, they can't help as much, because their schedules or they're just the babysitter type of dad, right? That happens too. And at the time when I started my fitness journey, Jake was working 2 jobs, and the only time I could work out was like before like 7, like early. It had to be early in the morning. And I'm breastfeeding babies. I'm having 3 little ones at home. I had every excuse to just sleep in and not work out, and kind of thing. So I do give myself some credit, because even though like at that time, like I knew the only way to get it done is I did it before everybody was awake. And I did that, and I sacrificed sleep for a little bit for that.
Yeah.
And then and then over time, like Jake's schedule got better, and I was able to do more things and start coaching and training and things like that. But definitely, personally, it's with the help of my husband. But I don't like to think like this. But if I didn't have him in my life, obviously it would be a lot harder. But I'm really firm believer, if there's a will, there's a way. And I'm at the point now where my kids, are getting older. They go to school, you work around their schedule, but also they're getting older. So they're going to be more involved in outdoor extracurricular activities, so there's always a different tier in life and parenthood that you have to like adjust. So just learning how to adapt with life, and then kind of like work around it. Because if you're so fixed and set on like, this is how life should be, and you're not good at rearranging and maneuvering, you're never gonna like be happy, and you're just gonna get stuck and not reach your goals. So you have to just be able to ride the waves, and there's always a time and season for everything too. That's another thing I learned too. So when I was having, so you know how I started CrossFit after my second?
Yeah.
I was like fit and everything, and I was all excited because I was starting to like feel like myself again after having kids. And then we got pregnant, and then I had a miscarriage, and I got pregnant again. I felt like, man, I'm like, dang it, I just got my body that I wanted, right? And then I'm having a baby again.
You're gonna ruin my body.
Yes, I'm like, dang it, why did I do this to myself? But then I started thinking, Ivet, there's a time and season for everything. Right now, the season is making babies, and there's gonna be a time where I don't have to change diapers anymore, and then I could focus on a different season of my life, or a different goal in my life. So right now, because if you try to do all at once, you're going to crash and burn real quick, Yeah. So if I try to like do the whole motherhood thing and then still try to have like all these fitness goals and whatever, I probably would have hurt myself. I probably would have, who knows, got like just crash and burn and give up or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, there's a time and season for everything. Like, I'm not going to be hard on myself. And I think that's what it is. A lot of people are hard on themselves because they all want it right now. But you have to look at it this way. Like, the small little things I'm doing now are going to are getting me one step closer to the ultimate goal. But right now my focus needs to be this. You have to have focus in life. Like if you're focused on a lot of little things all at once, you're going to half-ass everything, you know? So always give your full ass. So I
gotta bleep that out, or
I mean, I like that word, so like, make it work, mom, with the peach, you know. So, or that peach, the pineapple.
Wow,
I know. Wow,
that's next season's shirt.
I know, a peach. That'd be so weird. Maybe I should dye my hair orange. So,
yeah. I
mean, it's getting there. I'm gonna get my hair done in 2 days. So right now it's looking tough. But yeah. Anyways. You know,
actually a thing that I want to bring up, because I know it's I know I follow some people from the gym that they post it a lot, but like, how do you feel about females that that feel maybe body conscious when they're getting too muscular, you know, getting traps? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not saying like you look manly, but I'm saying like you have like, yeah, you have like legit muscles and stuff. God damn.
Just kidding. My laugh.
But like, what could you tell other girls? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of girls don't want to lift because they don't want to look manly. They don't want to be vascular. They just want to be toned or whatever. But like, how, like, as you were working out, when you started seeing like your traps, like, I guess you can say like muscles that normally you wouldn't see on a female. When you started seeing those, were you excited, or were you like, ew, like I look gross? Or
I don't think I ever had a moment where I felt like, oh,
and I'm not saying you look gross.
No,
I'm just saying
I know exactly. I know exactly what you mean. I think if people, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I think people who do feel bad about seeing that don't respect the work that they put in. Because when you respect and believe in what you do, whatever the outcome is, you're going to be proud of, right? Because you don't need an exterior thing to make you feel good about yourself. Okay. You need it comes internally. It comes like, dude, like I could deadlift my body weight, or I could do a pull up. I am so proud of myself, you know. And not gonna lie, there's some times where I put regular clothes on and I'm looking in the mirror like I look like a boy, right? Because I just don't have like those like model-esque broad, like thin shoulders or whatever. Hey baby, you know, and like in wearing regular clothes, like I'm like, gosh, my boobs are not that big or whatever. And, you know, like that happens. But then at the same time, I tell myself, Ivet, there's girls putting on leggings right now that don't feel comfortable with themselves or can't work out in a sports bra because they feel that they can't because they're not comfortable, you know. And me crying about not being able to wear like a halter or like a tube top, I feel self-conscious, you know, like we're all in the same boat. Everybody wants what they don't have, or kind of thing. Yeah,
like grass greener.
Yes, and when you start thinking about, okay, it's not just me. Other people feel this way. Everyone has insecurities. Those insecurities that you're feeling at the moment kind of get lightened and don't feel as like that big of a deal, you know. But when I started noticing muscle, I actually wasn't noticing anything. I was more noticing on my performance because I was so like fixed on like trying to get better at certain things and certain movements. But yeah, like I never really looked at my body that way. I actually was just really just focused on like the performance part of it all. Because I was just very proud of myself, no matter how I looked. Because, once upon a time ago, I actually was considering breast augmentation because I was in that time where I was like, dude, nothing I wear fits right.
Wait, is that to make your boobs smaller?
Boobs or bigger.
Bigger.
So, okay. Breast implants. So I was looking. I was considering that. I was gonna go really small. I even made an appointment. I got measured, marked on, made an appointment for the actual procedure. And I remember during that time, so I had a CrossFit competition on a Saturday, and then that Monday was my scheduled appointment. And so that CrossFit competition Saturday would be like my last thing, because it would be at least a year or two to fully recover so I could do the things that I'm comfortable doing. And it could be done. There's a lot of high-end athletes that have them, you know. They probably got them made before they were or during, I'm not sure. But the closer I was getting to that appointment, I started really thinking like, am I doing this? Like, if I do this, is it going to make me really feel better about myself, or I'm still not going to be happy with how I look or whatever. And I was really fixed on like how I looked at the time. This is like 3 years ago. This is after, like, literally after breastfeeding Brock. So it was when you breastfeed, ladies, I mean, everybody's different, but literally he took everything. Like he
sucked me dry.
he took it all. And I was really considering it, but then I started thinking, okay, what made me not decide to go through with the point? And then also Jake was very supportive. He was just like, he's very like, I'm okay if you want to,
if that's what you
and
want
I'm
to
okay if you don't want to. Like, you don't need to, but if you want to, I want you happy. And that's kind of almost like, oh, can you just say yes or no? Because like I was so stuck on like what I should do or if it was the right thing, and only you can make that decision for yourself.
That's very true.
No one else can make it for you. And I respect a lot of women who have them, a lot of women who don't. Like, it's really up to the person, right? So I was thinking, okay, I'm the person. Why am I doing this kind of thing? And will it make me happy? And I started thinking about things that make me happy. And the things that made me happy was being really strong, being really fit, being really fast. And then I was thinking, okay, well, if I do this, I'm not going to be working out the way I like for a long time for this procedure. So how am I going to feel during that time? Am I going to be mentally okay? Like, you know,
are you going to get them and be like, I shouldn't have done this? Like, I should be working out right now.
Am I going to regret it? You know, like, and I started thinking, I'm like, hey, well, if I'm thinking like that, then maybe I'm
right away. That's a red flag. Yeah.
Then that's a red flag. No, like if I'm contemplating on doing it because I don't want to stop working out, then it's probably because I probably shouldn't be doing it. And everyone's different, you know? So I decide, you know what? This isn't worth it to me because my happiness actually comes from what my body could do, not versus how it looks. And I'm not saying people who have it like only care about their looks because everybody's different. But the type of working out that I was doing and the goals I had set for myself, getting it would have probably changed, probably not me, but it would change my outlook on fitness. And I probably would have like not been very happy because I would be seeing everybody doing all these cool things, working out. And I'm here just like doing bicep curls because I can't lift anything overhead because I'm healing or whatever, you know? And I knew I would be very angry with myself if I did that. And so then that's where it comes down to like, only you can make those decisions. He's like, I'm tired. It's like nap time. He's like, I'm tired, Mom.
He's all like,
I know. He's like, come on.
He's all telling me like, hurry up. I gotta go take a nap.
That's exactly what he said. So once upon a time ago, back to the question, like to women that are scared to like look a certain way when they start working out, your body is going to do what it naturally wants to do. Everyone shows muscle differently, builds muscle differently, and same thing, everybody shows body fat differently and they lose weight differently. Some people lose weight in their face faster or their hips or whatever. You can't spot reduce your fitness when it comes to losing weight, and you can't spot reduce your gains, like where you see your muscle definition. So and I look back at it, my dad and my brothers, they all have big traps. All of them.
So it's just genetics.
Yeah. And it goes back to genetics. Same thing with, and I'm not saying you can't grow certain things, but genetically, if you don't have that type of like muscle mass building,
you got to work harder at it than someone else.
And also it's very hard to, as a woman, to get bulky. Like you literally have to eat and train a specific way to get those results. So it's not easy. You have to eat a certain way, and those bodybuilders and those people you see that compete, they have to be so diligent and so disciplined when it comes to what they eat to look like that. It doesn't come with lifting weights only. It really doesn't. So
yeah, I've heard like diet is number one.
Oh yeah, for 100%. Sure. Yeah. So and even me, I consider myself not very, I don't want to say muscular, but like there's a lot of people that are a lot bigger than me, right? And it's because one, they're a different body, different person, and two, they probably eat a certain way to look like that. Yeah. And and it's hard. I think it's a lot harder than people think. So when someone's like, why don't I get bulky? I kind of laugh to myself. I'm like, girl, I'm trying to get bulky, and trust me, you're not gonna get bulky by just doing this. Like, you're like, I'm trying here. I'm trying to get thick. You know, getting thick is hard.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. Getting slim thick at least. That's the art, getting slim thick. But But yeah, so I guess to answer that question, the original question was, did I feel like, oh my gosh, I
look like a man.
I look like a man. No, I was just so proud of myself that.
And then you're lucky too, because I've talked to Jake about it, like, and I mean, I know he's into like muscular girls, so he was like, oh no, it works out for me. Like, I love that. And I'm like,
he's into muscular girls.
Well, I mean, shit. Sorry, Jake.
Whoa.
No, I mean, like, because I don't know if I've asked him, but we've talked about it, and he was like, well, I like the way Yvette looks. So I think it helps you, but like, say for someone that's like a single girl that's.
Okay, so I love my husband and all, but I don't care what he thinks.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm going to do me. So if my legs are going to be bigger than his, oh well.
Yeah, I think they already are.
We do that. We look at each other's legs, and he's just like, dude. I mean, his are bigger because he's
genetically a man.
Like, he's a man, so like his bones density and like everything's bigger. But like, I mean, I'm getting close. Yeah. But like, I'll tell him like when I squatted or I deadlift or whatever. He's like, "Oh, that's really good," and he's like, "Oh fuck, I need to like, Yeah. I think it motivates him to work out too. Because I
would too if my wife's lifting more than me.
So, but I mean, I'm glad that he likes how I look, but at the same time, like,
I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying because I know.
What I want to do.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, there's other people that I think they're worried that their significant other might be like,
oh, and that's
like when I touch you, I feel like your muscle, and I feel like I'm touching. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it. No one's ever told me this. What I assume, like, I don't know, because girls always. I've seen girls that post stuff and they're like, fuck guys that think I look like a man. Like, I feel comfortable in my skin.
A lot of women and they come to me, and they know how I look, and they see me in person, they see me on the gram or whatever. And also, this is kind of funny too. A lot of people, when they meet me in person, they're like, oh my gosh, you're so short and you're not as muscular as I thought. Ha ha ha. And it's funny
that's got our hurt.
And it's funny to me because it's true. Like, on Instagram, you see me flexing post-workout, the pump, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You see it, but then you see it in person in regular clothes, like, oh my gosh, your body, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you look so great. And I'm like, well, this is the same person that is on the gram that that intimidates you to lift heavy because you don't want to look like that. But then you see me in person in clothes, you're like, oh wow. I'm like, see, like, it's different. So like, it kind of goes back to that. So I train these girls like, well, I just want to tone up, whatever. And I love when I see the change in them with that, their mentality changes once we start training, because then they start feeling like empowered. Because I feel like lifting weights is very empowering. Like, it's like
to lift something heavy that you're like, there's no way I could ever lift that.
Yeah, it builds so much confidence, and I think confidence is the most beautiful thing that anybody could wear, because like, it's just like, it's captivating. It makes you like want to look like, no matter how that person looks, they're confident, they love themselves, and they believe in themselves. It makes you like, I want that too. Like, like, how do you can't teach confidence. You can't give it to somebody. You get it from yourself, like, from what you do and what you provide to the world, right? And that to me was lifting weights or working out. And so when I train clients like that, their mentality is like, I don't want to do this. Okay. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Like, I consider it, but like, I'm like, dude, you're going to change your mind like in a couple weeks. And then sure enough, they're like, they love the feeling like of pushing themselves. And they're like, oh my gosh, my butt's getting bigger. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, doing 50 air squats is not going to get you a butt. Lifting heavier and time under tension, squeezing, pausing, holding, pulsing, pushing yourself, that's what's going to get you that hourglass thick slim booty or whatever you want, whatever the goal is. Everybody wants this right now.
Everyone wants a shape.
Yeah, everyone wants the hourglass.
Yeah, I'm trying to look like a triangle, like, just like this.
You want to be a triangle? You want to be a triangle?
Yeah.
Or like that way? Which way you want to be?
That'd be cool too, though. Maybe that's what I meant. Maybe that's what...
Your body goes like this.
I'm gonna look like that fish on SpongeBob.
He wants to be like this.
I'm gonna look like that fish on SpongeBob. Like, he turns sideways and he's all flat.
Oh, yeah.
It's all skin.
Oh yeah, like that one. Or no, on Finding Nemo too. Right? Isn't there a fish like that? And then he turns, oh man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look like that.
Yeah, but yeah, so everybody wants to be a shape or whatever, or a Coke bottle or a hourglass. What is it? Pear. There's always different fruits or whatever.
Pineapple,
a pineapple.
A peach butt,
right? And
banana penis. Everyone wants to be some type of shape or fruit.
Everything. What's up, Bubba?
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So much for nap time.
I know. Hey, where's Saida?
I
Have her open it for you.
She's got scissors over there.
She's probably all taking a bath.
I know. Like, I'm done with him already.
Yeah.
Actually, I have another question.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember this person's names, but it's work_s.
Okay, let me see it.
Oh.
Let me out.
It's just a picture, so it's
okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, uh-huh.
So she asked just 3 questions.
Mm-hmm.
So first,
Just 3.
yeah, from one person. Does she bring her kids to the box? I'm assuming the box is the gym.
So that's like a term that people use to represent like a CrossFit gym.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really use it a lot. Steven loves that word, but it's just old school.
The box.
Yeah, it's old school CrossFit terminology. But
the box sounds like prison.
I know, the box. Well, the reason why the name came about is because CrossFit gyms were prone to be just like industrial, like box
like
warehouses.
Yeah.
So that's where the term came. But if you've been to our gym is super pretty, all high end.
It's got a red carpet.
All the lights. Our gym is gorgeous. But yeah, our gym is definitely not a box. Well, I know what she means. But I bring it to the gym.
She's like, answer the fucking question.
Answer the question. But
Roid rage comes out.
Yes, yeah. Oh, remember my birthday when Eric?
Yeah, we remember. I'll post that video. I'm gonna have to ask Eric though. Hey, in Eric's defense, he didn't know you were gonna be that fucking. No, I don't want to do it.
I'm so mad at myself. Like I feel.
Why don't you just let him?
I feel like everybody's life would have been different if I would just took the hit.
Nah, I like that you. I like how it came about. I like what happened.
And then,
It's so much fun.
And then he almost left, but he's like, I don't want to leave because she's gonna be mad at me.
They're gonna think I left. For all you guys wondering, what we're talking about is a while back for Yvette's birthday. We had dinner at some nice place, and when they came to sing "Happy Birthday" with the cake, Eric went around and was gonna push her face in, and the Hulk over here fucking grabbed the table.
I was like, not today.
He like pushed her head down. And she was like, no, and like pushed her
What's
out.
even funnier is that he did it with one hand, and he's like, oh shit.
He's like,
why won't you die?
Like, yeah.
It was so funny.
And this is like a table of like 15, 20 people. This was pre-COVID, so there was a bunch of people.
Pretty embarrassing.
It was pretty, for him. And I don't know, and from that day on, I was like, I'm just gonna post this randomly, like, hey, yo, remember that one time?
Never forget.
Never forget.
Yeah,
people don't forget.
And the year later, we let Aiden, Steven's son, push my head in the cake, and I hope he doesn't watch this.
Oh,
but,
we were that one too.
But I knew he was gonna do it. I'm like, Yvette, just take it, and I just let him do it. And then Aiden's like, yeah, I got
He's
her.
all like, bam.
Yeah. And it was totally like, oh. I went in.
Oh no.
You know. And then this year, I'm turning 30.
It's my turn to push your face in.
Yes, or redemption for Eric.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should probably give it to him, huh?
It's like trying to open a fucking pickle jar. It's like, you're gonna try now.
Yeah, I know. So this year I'm gonna have a treintañera. Just kidding. I don't know. Maybe.
30-30?
30-30. Yeah, it's gonna be litty. And then I'm gonna have Eric and Jer help me with like pictures and videos because I'm gonna go extra for this.
You're finally gonna get that boob job you always wanted.
I know. I'm gonna get a sports car. I'm gonna do all this stuff.
Well, yeah, you got all these sponsors. Tell them to send you a fucking card.
I know. Send me a car. But okay. Question number 1: do I bring my kids to the box, the gym? Yes and no. I work super early in the morning, so they're sleeping when I go for the first part of my day. The middle part of the day, they're in school and Brock's in preschool. And the last part of the day, I stay pretty late. So the only time I bring them with me is when I know the class isn't going to be super busy, and when I'm only going to be there for like an hour. But usually I'm there for 2-3 hours at a time, and that's kind of long for them.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to work only one class and I don't have a client, usually that's like a Friday. Fridays is when they come with me, and they love it because I think Fridays is like the day where people bring their kids too, so they have their homies there.
Kids,
and they hang out. But when I was working out like with them when they're babies, they would come with me all the time. I would freaking park up there. I remember like bringing like 3 bags. I would have a pack and play, everything, all the devices charged, snacks for everybody. Like it was exhausting, but looking back at it was exhausting. Like, geez, I did all that just so I could work out. But then I go back to it. I'm like, dude, that's why I'm at where I'm at. And that's why I'm dedicated because I worked hard to get here because I had to do those things. I had to wake up earlier and prepare just to work out for an hour for my kids to be content. And I remember there were times where the kids are kids. They're like, you don't know what to expect. Some days they're like, not today, mom. And I remember packing up my stuff in the middle of a workout and leaving because you know what? There's a time. I always told myself there's a time and season for everything.
So it's okay to like, if kids are acting up, like I'm sorry, I got to cut this short and got to go.
Oh yeah. Because I'm not going to let that. I'm not going to let my kids interfere with someone else's workout or experience. It's kind of not annoying, but I mean, I'm a mom, I could say it, but like, I mean, I would take offense if you said it because you're not a parent yet. But if a kid is crying and they need attention and they're having a bad day and you're just trying to work out still and that kid's running around interfering, they could possibly get hurt. Now at that point, you just need to like take a breather and redo it and try another time. I'm not going to let it affect everyone else around me because they probably, maybe there's someone else in that gym setting that's trying to work out too. And they were blessed enough to have a grandparent or someone watching that day. So that hour they need it because they finally don't have their kid. And then there's
someone
me.
else's fucking kid.
Yeah. And then there's me bringing my little circus and I'm ruining their experience. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's
just being respectful to others.
Yeah, I guess be respectful to others. But yeah, but that was me once upon a time ago. I would bring my kids, but thankfully they were pretty good. Brock was an angel. Like I remember like every time we would show up to work out, Brock was like a baby, like 6 months, 7 months. And I'm like, okay, Bubba's, you're gonna let mommy work out? I love you forever if you do. And he'd be like, like a little potato, and then he'll be in the bouncer just like chilling, and then every now and then he'll get a little cranky, and then Steven would hold him while I would work out or whatever. But and then whoever was coaching at the time there.
And that's a cool thing too is I feel like we have a lot of good friends in the gym, so it's not like
oh my goodness. So Bailey Joe,
yeah.
my kids love her. Like when
she's
when Bailey's there, like Bailey's here. Eric's the same way too. You guys are all great. I remember one time I had Eric watch the kids for us for a couple hours. So Jake and I go to a wedding, and they loved it. Yeah, they loved it. But so again, community supportive, and that was my personal experience bringing my kids to the gym. Luckily, I was around a lot of people that get it and they understood and they respected it. But there's times where it's just not going to happen, and you just got to like throw the towel and be like, hey, we're going to try another day, And then but yeah, so now that they're older, I do bring them with me when I'm only going to be there for like an hour, and they're really chill. They just sit there and they're pretty good. But if they're not, you're not going to go because I'm not going to deal with that. So.
They're at the age where they understand like
even Brock's pretty chill now. He'll just sit there and just look at me. And then like, but yeah, so that was number 1.
2, nutrition.
Nutrition. What about
What is your nutrition? Like as far as like when you prep your meals, do you have a goal in mind? Is it like every week is it the same food?
So
certain food you stay away from?
I eat what was I gonna say? So a properly balanced meal. So usually like my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner all incorporate a protein, a carb, and some fat. So pretty basic. An example of that would be chicken, however you want to cook it.
It doesn't matter seasoning wise? Or
no,
yes?
I'm not. I mean, obviously you don't want to drench it in like a lot of like crazy sauces or like sodium or things like that. But my favorite like low sodium seasonings are like I like Flavor God, but I mean you have to order it and it's a little pricey. But if you want something equivalent to that, Mrs. Dash,
that's what we use.
Super easy, love it. It's good, different flavors. Mrs. Dash is like you could buy a big thing for like $1. So that, and then you can't go wrong with lemon or lime juice and marinating that with cilantro, lime, chicken, super good. But yeah, so chicken. I don't really like chicken reheated unless it's like shredded with like a green chili or red sauce or something. But ground turkey is like my go-to. I could eat ground turkey taco meat, like Taco Bell meat, right? I could eat that all day. And I could eat it a lot of different ways. But yeah, so like a lean meat of your choice. I mean, steak's not lean, but like steak too or whatever you like, carne asada. And then for my vegetable, it could be anything from bell peppers to broccoli, whatever is in season or whatever I have in hand. I'm very pro frozen vegetables. So
yeah, you got us on that.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so easy. Like, I mean, it's not enough nutrients. Okay, whatever.
You know what I heard?
Not eating vegetables isn't enough nutrients. So
I don't know if it's true, but I heard that frozen vegetables are actually good for you because they freeze all the, like, it's not how how can I put it? It's like whatever it naturally came in, it's frozen with all that. So like all its nutrients and stuff are still in there.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. Yeah.
So people always say like it doesn't have all the nutrients, but I swear I've read it somewhere. I can't remember where.
Yeah, and I remember like there's some people, and you know what? And I get it. If you have the time and you enjoy washing, rinsing, and prepping and cutting,
even if I have time, I don't want to
go for it. Go for it. All more power to you. But that's one of the things I do as make it work, mama, or whatever. Is
you make it work?
Yeah, I make it work. Hey, if it fits, it ships. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So in this case, it's frozen vegetables for me. Buy a bag, frozen, whatever bag you want. I put it in a bowl and I put some olive oil drizzle on top, my whatever season I want. Mrs. Dash is a go-to, as well as Flavor God or whatever. Put it all in. I could throw it in, and this is how I am. Like, I'll roast in the oven, but before I do that, I put it on foil because I don't like to do a lot of dishes, right? Same. So yep, easy clean up, right? Air fryer too. Throw it in there, shake it up, and then you're done. And then so I have my meat, my vegetables, and then there's like a starchy carb or something, which will either be sweet potatoes or white rice. Is usually what I go to. People like quinoa too. I don't really eat a lot of beans, but beans are great too if you properly portion it. I just don't really incorporate it in my diet a lot. But yeah, I eat oatmeal. I eat rice. I eat
brown rice or white rice.
I like white rice because it I feel like my body digests easier. You know, it's not as heavy on me. But brown rice is good. It's just I honestly don't do it because it takes longer to cook. So,
yeah, that's true.
So that's pretty much it. It's more convenience, right? Because it all comes down to portions too. So yes, I eat all that, but I also don't overeat it either. So usually it's like a pound. It's like a
goddamn.
It's like a
pound of rice.
It's like a cup of meat, which is typically about 4 to 6 ounces, depending on what meat it is.
So you measure or weigh your food?
I do both.
Oh, okay.
I do both, but usually I kind of eyeball it. Like, you can't go wrong with like your fistful, of like, portion, kind of thing. And then can
you fit your fist in your mouth? Because if I could eat like that much, that's not enough food.
I think I can, but I don't know if I should put I probably can.
I'll catch you.
But it'll be the end of the podcast. Just us like,
hey, make it work, mama.
Make it work. Gotta make it work. If it fits, it ships. You gotta go. That's literally my motto, like, around the house, and Jake hates it because like we have a junk drawer and he always goes through it, and like if I find something that I'm like, okay,
it closes.
He's just like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah.
Do you need to change the battery out? Yeah. All right, let's take a quick
break.
Okay. We're almost done.
This is like, I'm still talking. I was on. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Are we on?
We're back.
Yay, we're back.
So we just had to do a quick battery change. It happens.
A battery change, or you had to go poop?
I changed my underwear.
Just kidding.
That was fucking black coffee.
That you almost spilled.
Let me ask you this question. You don't have to answer it.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever shit yourself during a workout?
No.
He's about to.
Dude.
Or like you're like, yo, I gotta go home.
No.
Like right now, or like, I don't know.
I wish I know.
You wish you had shit yourself?
That would be a funny story. That's why I wish I had a story like that. But no, this is embarrassing. I'm gonna say too much.
You don't have to.
No, okay. I know. But honestly, no. If I did, I would tell you because I don't. If you know me. I'm very vocal about a lot of things.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. But I gotta tone it down if I'm, doing this. But no, I actually never have. I do fart a lot. I think we all do.
You fart?
Yeah. I do.
Girls fart?
Girls fart. This girl farts.
This pooper does.
My oldest Brett, out of nowhere, he was like 2 years ago. He was like 6 or whatever, and he comes in. He's like, "Mom," he's just like, "Your farts are stinky because you eat a lot of protein." I was like, protein. He's like, a lot of protein. And I was like, oh, that's what you meant. So now at the house we call it, oh, Mom, is this protein? Even though we know it's not how you say it, that's how we say the word now. So yeah. Protein's protein. And it's just so funny. And then so Brett's mind is like, Mom farts a lot because she eats a lot of protein. So yeah. I do fart when I work out every now and then. Peeing, no. Ladies, you gotta get that checked out. If you need help, I can help you. It's not okay to pee when you work out.
Really?
It's not.
What if like a little drips out? Get a little too excited.
I mean, that's a little different, but I think it's like glorified, like, oh, I'm a mom, ha ha ha, I pee myself. I'm like, yes, I've been there, trust me, but you do need to learn how to use those certain muscles down there that you're not controlling, and then over time you could hurt yourself or just never improve the problem. And then just doing normal things like jumping on a I think jumping on a trampoline is normal, but like jumping or skipping and you feel like you have to like go to the restroom or pee or whatever, then something is lacking there. You need to straighten those muscles. But
Kegels. That's what you're getting at.
Yes. Kegels, and if you're a mother and if you had children, there's a thing called ab separation. So that happens when you have a baby. So your tummy is like a zipper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a baby and the zipper is like broken now because it has to make room for the baby. You push the baby out. So now you have this open, broken zipper, right? And it's healing and needs to close and zip back up. But sometimes it doesn't and it just stays like this, right?
And this is your stomach.
Yeah, this is your stomach. So your core, right? And if you have a weak core and all that down there is like it's not working, right?
Yeah.
But then you try to do strenuous exercises or sit-ups where you're doing sit-ups, right? And then this broken zipper now turns into a pouch, right? Oh. And that's where women say, oh, I have the mom pouch, right? After you have a baby or whatever, because they have weak core muscles and they need to straighten those. And the way you do that is by not doing crunches or sit-ups, is by working the transverse abdominals, which are the deepest layer of your abs. So everyone focuses on the six-pack, right? Yeah. Six-packs are show muscles. They look great, look cool, right? But the ones that matter the most are deep in here that actually form the shape that people want. They're also known as the corset muscles. So transverse abdominals, look up exercises for transverse abdominals because that's the deepest layer in your core.
Or go to CrossFit and Valley
or that, make it work, mama. Personal train, whatever. But yeah, and if you work on those, it'll tighten up and it'll close that zipper, and then you'll have your core and you won't be peeing yourself anymore. So anyways, nice. Yeah, it's a little fun fact about that. Well, how did we get started on that? I forgot how we talked about.
I don't know.
Oh, how you pooped yourself and you asked me if I ever pooped when I worked out.
I didn't poop myself.
Okay. No. Just kidding.
What was I going to say? Oh, going back to your nutrition. Do you have cheat days? Or do you have cheat days or do you have cheat meals? There's a difference from what I've learned.
So I don't have cheat days, but I have cheat meals that might turn into a cheat day for the week. So I have like 2-3 cheat meals at least.
Oh wow! So it's not just a once a week thing.
No. I mean I enjoy myself, but I mean, have you've had Taco Tuesday with me before? Today's Tuesday. I mean, I could throw down some tacos. So yeah. I mean, minimum 6.
Whoa. On a good day.
On a good day, dude. You don't even know. It's funny because I eat more than my husband, probably. Yeah.
Is that because you're working out so much that it's burning it, and you're always hungry, or like you're just always hungry, or like you're just like a fatty? I'm just kidding.
I brought snacks, dude.
But snacks are different though.
Like literally, I have food here. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be hungry. I'm gonna eat. But no, my metabolism, like it goes to like, how much you work, right? And yeah, it does have a lot to do with like your overall like fitness, and how much food you could tolerate and you need for energy. And yeah, and I just could eat. I mean, I've always had a big appetite, but working out definitely made it like, ooh, Mm-hmm. And also your body starts realizing that it needs certain things, So when I mean I could eat a lot is, yes, I could eat a lot of like meat, rice, potatoes, vegetables. But when it comes down to like the desserts or like things that are like really sweet, I'm like, I don't want to overeat that because it makes me feel sick. Does that make sense? Yeah. So like, yes, I do eat a lot, but I eat a lot of like volumey good stuff. That makes sense. A lot of food. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to like the empty food, like not really nutritional, then I can't hang because then my stomach starts hurting or whatever, kind of thing like that. But I do eat a lot. So when it comes to cheat meals, and by cheat meals I mean like I'll have a donut, or I actually don't consider tacos cheat meals, because I mean if you eat a lot of it, yes, but a corn tortilla is really tiny, and there's not a lot of carbohydrates in it. You know?
Yeah, technically, aren't corn tortillas better than flour?
Not, and it's not better or worse. I mean, it's cleaner in terms of like the ingredients, you know, because flour usually, you know, legit flour tortillas are made with like, what do you call it? What's that? Freaking
Flour?
Not flour. It's like lard.
Oh,
a little bit of it. Yeah. So
fat,
stuff like stuff like that, right? But again, it just goes down to like how much you eat, or whatever. But I mean, Taco Tuesday, I mean, it could be really healthy because think about it. If I'm eating rice and vegetables and meat, when you look at your taco, you got your corn. That's like equivalent to like your carbohydrates. So you would get in the rice, and you have all the meat, you know, your protein, and then obviously the salsa is not going to be a lot of vegetables, so I would just include a vegetable with it, and there you go. Like have your tacos with a side of broccoli. So that kind of thing. But yeah. So as far as my eating goes, I eat pretty. I eat pretty balanced when it comes to like.
I know.
I eat a lot of protein. I think that's what a lot of people, I wouldn't say just women, but people in general lack a certain amount of protein in the day.
That's good.
It's good. I love it. That's a sugar-free one too.
It's like grape?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's called sour grape.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so eating a properly balanced meals like that. And then when it comes to like counting and weighing and macros, I don't like to stress that a lot on people who are learning how to eat because it could be really overwhelming. But honestly, it's just like eating like the plate method. Like, okay, looking at your meal. Does this have protein? Does this have carbs? Yummy. Does this have healthy fats in it? And then just eating balance. Also, people tend to overeat at the end of the day because they don't eat all day.
Kind of like a like me, I ate a whole. No. What's it called when you don't eat all day?
Oh, like fasting.
Fasting, yeah.
Yeah, and there's different. And again, that's like that word diet. That's kind of different for everybody. That's a form of a diet that people do, and it actually works for a lot of people who have those weird like night shift schedules and things like that. And I have like, you know, and it's not for everybody. Again, it goes back, can you sustain this and keep this going? Like, can you make this a lifestyle, right? But honestly, for an average person, I've seen the most success with balanced eating every 2 to 3 hours. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks in between. And by snacks, it's not like just something that's like
a bag of chips.
Yeah. And then by snacks, like you should kind of treat your snack almost like a little mini meal, like protein, carbs, and fat, you know, that way, because getting an adequate amount of protein a day isn't as easy as it seems. Like a standard protein shake will have like 20 grams of protein, and per person it's recommended for most, and again this is a very general, but for most people about a gram you want to have a gram of protein per your body weight. So if you weigh 150, you want to eat about 150 grams of protein. So if you had a protein shake, that still leaves you 130 grams left for the day, right? To reach the optimal, like, because you know the more protein you're consuming, the more full you're going to feel, the more energy you're going to have to be able to work out. And when you work out, instead of the food that you eat is storing as fat, it's going to be used for energy. And that's why it's really important to eat enough protein, which people always undereat and overeat the carbs. And then so basically my advice to you is make sure you're eating about a gram per body weight of protein, and then watching your carb, fat, and sugar intake. And you could do that with MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal, it's a free app. It's actually pretty easy to use, user friendly. It's kind of tedious at first, but it saves your meals. So if you eat pretty much the same thing.
Oh, you just log your meals for each time and everything.
Definitely recommend it. Or we also do nutrition at the gym. So if you want to do that, you can hit me up. Coach Steven does it too, where we actually give you a grocery list, meal plan. We do one-on-one coaching because most people, they know what's good and what's bad. It's the accountability that people lack. So it's like that. You know, that's what it is. Yeah.
It's crazy that you say that because there was times that I'd be on a diet or like an actual like protein and eat all the right stuff, 3 meals a day, whatever. And there'd be times where I had that app where I would log everything, and to make myself feel better, I'd lie. and I'd be like, yeah, I ate this much rice or this much, and then but then it got to a point where I was like, what am I doing? Like, why? Who am I lying to? Just myself? And then
why for?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I'm and then people like, I'm like, oh, this is what I've been eating. They're like, oh, well, like you kind of look the same, and then you get mad, but it's like, well, yeah, because I haven't been eating that. I've been lying, so I do that. I would do that a lot, and I was like, why the fuck am I doing? Who am I lying for?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lie to yourself.
Yeah, or like when like I would like maybe not drink this weekend, but like I had a drink and I'm like, I didn't drink this weekend, just to make myself be
denial.
like, yeah. But yeah, no, that whole keeping yourself accountable is like definitely tough, and it's one of those things where you got to look yourself in the mirror, like, do you really want this?
And you know what the biggest looking yourself in the mirror moment is that when I have a nutrition client and we do like their assessment. So again, it all goes back to assessment. So and same with fitness, we take pictures, we do all that, blah blah blah. Same thing with nutrition, pictures, measurements. We talk about your eating habits and what you're currently doing, but we when we measure the body fat with our scale, it also measures your metabolic like state, like how old you are, right? And almost always people are, based off of like their first day, they show that they are older than what they really are. And that's like that look in the mirror, like, oh my gosh, if I keep up with this, my eating habits and my drinking habits, my water intake, not working out, I'm not gonna feel my age. I'm not gonna, who cares about looking, but you're not gonna feel it. You're probably gonna age a little sooner than most, or have maybe some conditions later on in life that will affect you, with your breathing or diabetes or who knows what, right? And that's like the biggest like crap, like slap in the face, like crap, like based off of this, it's saying that I'm like 5 years older than I really am, and I'm not, kind of thing. So, and that's when people are like, okay, because when it comes to health and fitness, like, I mean, there's a lot of things you can't control, but there's so many things you can. And that's always going to be your nutrition. Working out is great. I think it's awesome. It relieves a lot of endorphins. It helps with, it's like therapy for most, and it feels good. But without the nutrition part of it all, you're definitely going to plateau, and you're missing a big puzzle piece to your overall health. And you could work on your nutrition at home. You don't even have to work out. If you could dial in your nutrition, it could go a long way. So
going back to the whole nutrition thing, what's your go-to cheat meal?
My go-to cheat meal? I have so many of them. Pizza.
Pizza?
I like it was super fast.
You're like, I have so many
pizza. Pizza. I feel like Selena, like when she has like her, I can eat a whole mini pizza by myself.
Yeah. Selena, how do you do it?
I know. How do you do it? Dude, every time I eat my pizza, I'm like, go to my ass. Go to my ass.
You just have to, yeah.
I'm like,
you have to mentally do it.
I want all this to go straight to my ass. But and also when I eat, I don't feel guilty about it. Because like, again, it's just that meal. Like same thing when it goes back when we're talking about having a bad day. Like you had a bad moment. You didn't have a bad day. You made yourself have the bad day by holding on to that feeling and lingering, right? Same thing with the meal. Like, oh, I freaking just ate a whole pizza by myself. Fuck it, I'm just gonna drink all these beers and eat all this candy, and
might as well keep going.
And I'm gonna order Taco Bell at the end of the night. Yeah,
I already fucked up.
I messed up. And then the next day, you're like, you know what? I already messed up. I'm just wait till Monday.
It's real easy to continuously.
And it's just
goes from Friday to Saturday to Sunday. You get a cheat weekend.
Yeah, and the next like all that hard work you did Monday through Wednesday or Thursday is like gone. So I enjoy myself, and I do this. Like sometimes I go all hard, so I'll have the pizza, I'll have the wings, I'll have mozzarella sticks, and I'll have the soda, right? But I really don't feel good afterwards. I'm like literally like, dude, why did I even do all that? So usually I have the pizza and I have my Zevia or my Fit Aid with it. I'll have a side salad, but I eat a lot of pizza. But I feel like good. Like I feel like, like I kind of make those little mindful decisions so I can enjoy myself. Because I know how I'm going to feel afterwards. But it's very rare that I go all out hard in one meal, like with everything, the soda, the dessert, like this and that and that. But usually I'll have a big old pizza, enjoy it, and then I'll have water, or I'll have like a side salad with it, eat a lot of carrots or whatever. I like carrots and ranch. And then some wings, or maybe the wings I'll order like dry rub instead of boneless or whatever. Like this little things like that, especially when I have a burger. So I love In-N-Out, and people are like, oh my gosh, you're having like the bun. I'm like, dude, the bun's not the enemy. It's the bun plus the animal style fries plus the shake. All that is gonna.
So you don't get the protein style and everything?
No, dude. When I go to In-N-Out, I can't do protein style. It's very hard for me because the bread literally is what makes the burger.
It adds flavor to
it.
It
is so good. So I choose the bread over the animal style fries. But some days I feel like animal style fries. So I'll have animal style fries and then I'll have the protein burger. But I don't do both. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
So just
one or the other.
Yeah, so just little things like that, that go a long way. So and that's like during the week or whatever. Like I just make those, like some days like I feel like the fries today, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have water. Cause then if you go all out in one meal, then you're gonna feel like afterwards. But I don't want to feel like that. So I just I still want to enjoy what I want to enjoy. And I still feel like I am. I'm not like, I don't feel like empty. Like, oh man, I should have had the fries. Or I don't feel like that. Like I enjoyed my food. So and that takes time. Just being more mindful with your substitutions and things like that. So
real quick, you don't drink alcohol, huh?
I don't. No.
And if you do, it's like very rare, and it's like maybe one.
Very rare, and it's a White Claw, and I'm out.
I was gonna say, I think I've caught you drinking like maybe a White Claw.
Yeah.
I
was buzzed.
Just because I know a lot of people probably wondering, like, do you drink alcohol? Because I know that's another thing that some people struggle with, especially like even if it's not like a cheat meal, you're also like, say, come Friday you work out, but then Friday night you're going out, you're drinking. Maybe you're not. And then, oh man, I remember when I was in Colorado, I used to know these people that, or not people, but some people I knew would, they would not eat all day and then only drink alcohol at night, and then just at night, and then right before like we'd go home, they just stuff it like hot dogs, street hot dogs or something. And they were like, I mean, they looked good, but like that Friday, because they knew they were going to go out and drink and eat shitty, they just wouldn't eat all day. And they'd be like the first one so drunk.
Oh, I
bet. Like this buff ass dude just trying to carry him back to the taxi or like the Uber.
And that makes me feel really bad for them, because it's doing the complete opposite of what they may look the part, but their insides are not healthy. I can tell you that. Because
hey, I'm here for a good time.
So when it comes to and not because they're drinking, but because they didn't eat all day. That's the really
the drinking. It's
that And so I tell my clients, because I try to relate to them as much as possible. And when it comes down to the drinking part, they're, well, what can I drink? And I have like a little pre-made list of the spirits that they could have or whatever, but then they ask me like, what I drink. Oh, I don't drink. Like, oh, well, that's why you look the way you look. And and they get like, well, man, I can't give up drinking, and you look at you. But no, and I reassure them, like, it's not the drinking, it's the Jack in the Box after the drinking.
Exactly.
It's the bar food while you're drinking. It's honestly like, I know a lot of healthy people that can enjoy their beers, but they're also being very mindful, again, making those choices of what they're eating while they enjoy their beer, kind of thing. And also when you get to the point like where you are like drunk, you don't make the wisest decisions. And usually the first one is your food, right? So
exactly,
you're just I'm just going to eat it all. And that's what's having you gain weight. It's not necessarily the drinking or the socializing. It's the uncontrollable. It's like the kid at the birthday party that is like set free eating like a it's an unsupervised kid at the birthday party, right?
Oh, okay,
that just eats everything, right? That's what it'll turn to be. So I tell my clients, dude, like, I'm not telling you not to drink. I'm like, yeah, it's easy for me to say that, it's easy for me to say, oh, don't drink, because I don't do it, but I'm not going to do that because I want to relate to you. And I have family members who drink and a lot of friends who drink, and they enjoy themselves and they do it in an adult safe way or whatever. And then you have those weekends where you just go all out. Cool. But keep in mind, when you do that, you're probably going to make not the best decisions when it comes to your food. You're going to eat that Jack in the Box at late 2 a.m, right? And things like that, right? So yeah, so it's not necessarily just the drinking. And then the story you told me of those people, them not eating all day.
It would happen. And I didn't know it for a while until...
that's super bad for the body, because one, you're drinking on an empty stomach. It's going to hit you harder. Yeah. And then you're just going to overeat those calories later.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah.
All right. I think she had one more question. How do you program your workouts of the day?
Steven Garnica.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I had that question in my head too, but I was like, I'm pretty sure Steven kind of just does the blueprint and you just follow it.
Yeah, coaches need coaches. So
what about when it comes to I guess that's workout of the day, but when it comes to your personal clients?
Oh, then
that's all you, right?
That's my brain. So the Make It Work Mama Booty program. Just kidding. No.
That's right. That did just come out, huh?
I do. Yeah. Well, it just came out. It was last year, but yeah.
Oh, really? My bad.
Last summer.
So then you
July.
just start showing it more.
I need to do another one. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Eric helped me, and he's just really good at designing, and he put my favorite colors on there. Just put pictures on there. It looks really good. So we want to do another one. I'm debating on if I want to do like a booty program 2.0.
Don't do that. Do not do that. I hate that.
Like a gym, this one was a home one and make it a gym one.
Oh, yeah.
Or I had this really silly idea. I might get silly, but I have other ideas. But but yeah, so we'll see. That's the plan. But right now, we've been really busy at the gym, thankfully. It's probably like the whole spring break's around the corner. Gotta get summer ready,
That's where I'm at.
And dude, it's too late. Hey, just kidding. No, it's not never too late. But definitely gonna be harder versus the ones that we're doing in the winter time. Just saying. Yeah. But because you can't the quick fix, it doesn't exist. Everybody wants it, and not just fitness, but like in life, everybody wants it now.
I'm like that.
Yeah. And even me.
I'm an impatient person.
In certain things, I'm like, I want it now, right? But
yesterday when we were cleaning that pool, I was like, I just want this fucking water out of the pool already.
I saw that. I was like,
I was getting so frustrated.
The green, it was like this.
The pump broke.
It was super green, dude. Oh yeah, Britney Spears. Sorry. I just had to admire her again.
That's right. Damn, we forgot about that.
Love her. We forgot about her.
We're gonna have to get you back on and bring that up because I have stories. I went to a Britney Spears concert.
I thought me too.
Oh, you did? How many?
One.
Me too.
Yeah.
Which one?
I went to her the first show in Vegas when she had a residency.
Oh, recently. Not recently.
Like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, no, I went when I was like
ooh, I wish 10, I went 11. To that one.
We went to the circus one. Remember her album?
Yeah.
And it was dope. I think the Pussycat Dolls opened up for him. Yeah. I was with my gay cousin, but no, I really was. I went to go visit him. We went to Phoenix.
Lit, I bet.
I went to go visit him, and then he was like, he's like, hey, he's like, I have a Britney Spears ticket. Do you want to go? And I was like, hell yeah. And I was mainly going because I was like, it's probably gonna be a bunch of cute girls there. And it was just a lot of gay guys.
I mean, she has a really strong
LGBTQ.
Yes,
BCBA.
there you go. Yeah, I was gonna F it up. Thank you for saving. But yeah, community. Yes. And when we went to the concert too, yeah, Jake was getting checked out the whole time, not me. Yeah. So it was like, yeah, but it's awesome. It's like it's like a whole production, so like a performance. So
the circus one they had
legit.
It was a legit circus. She came like on a hula hoop down. Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun, but
yeah, I know that's why I'm on here because
that was the main reason.
He bribed me with his new decoration. He's like, hey, when are you gonna get on the set? Because look what I got. Hey.
Yeah, for a lot of people, this is all like night and day. Before walls were empty.
I love it. It looks so good. Yeah. The dark wall with the skateboards look good.
Thank you.
So, yeah. There's something else I wanted to wrap up with because I'm overthinking. And there was a question earlier you asked about somebody asked how do I do it or whatever, and I was going back to like my supportive partner, my husband.
You're talking about single parents.
Yes, right. And then I want to also make this known is that yes, I'm able to do all these things, but I'm not going to be naive that there's a lot of other people there that don't have the support system needed to do certain things. But it goes back to if there's a will, there's a way. And that's where Make It Work Mama came to be. You make it work at home. You make it work before they wake up or after everyone's in bed. Or, instead of taking a nap or Netflix, you got to do this or do that. It's little mini sacrifices. So just making those little mini sacrifices and just remembering there's a time and season for everything. And that's just kind of where Make It Work Mama came to be. And I'm super thankful for my family members and my friends that were supportive from the beginning. And I know I mentioned earlier, sometimes your biggest critics are going to be the ones closest to you. And it was like that for a while. And that was when I was on Facebook, when Facebook was a thing. Every Thea and uncle were on there and they're like, oh my goodness, you're working out again, Ivet, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this negativity. I'm going to make Instagram. And that's why I made my Instagram account.
Facebook's for like old people.
Yeah, I made my Instagram account so my family wasn't nosy because they didn't care if I was, Ivet ran 3 miles today or whatever, kind of thing. And then on Instagram is where I found that community of people that wanted to be fit, that mom community, pregnancy, followed me throughout all, like, you know, with my kids and stuff. And then here we are. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's been a fun ride, and I do have plans. Now the kids are getting older, I feel like, oh my goodness, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's getting to that point.
Oh my God.
Yeah, where you don't.
And watch, I get pregnant. Just kidding, no. I'm like, no, where's the wood? Where's the wood?
When you get pregnant, we gotta have you on the show. Like, well, we're here again.
I'm like, yeah, dude, there's no, oh, please.
No bad vibes.
I know. No, I mean, but that's the plan. I mean, the 3 boys, they rocked our world. I mean, in a good, bad way, but in a bad way. And everyone's like, you try for a girl. Nope, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I could put a dress on Brock. I'll be just fine. I'm like, I'm just kidding.
Very true.
But no. So yeah, thanks for having me. I was a little nervous. But
no, yeah, you did good.
I thought I was gonna watch fail videos, gym videos.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I was looking forward to it. I was already practicing my laugh from Ridiculous.
These were good ones.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I would have.
We're gonna have to do it.
Oh, come here, baby. Puppy.
We're definitely gonna have to have you on again. Because there's other things I want to talk about. But I think like every time I have like a new guest on, it's always just the intro. The episode is just their intro. That way the next one we can talk about like what's going on in the world. We can talk about other things than what, you know, you do. So we'll definitely have to have you on again.
His name is Puppy.
Daddy.
Oh, Daddy. Yes. Look how cute he is. Okay, go, baby. Oh, careful. You're gonna drop Daddy. Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you, Yvette, for coming all the way out here. I know you're super busy. I know you have like tons of clients and like food to eat and like kids to take care of. Yeah.
I know, yeah. No, I'm glad I came. This is good because honestly, my mind is always just like spinning and running, and if it's not, it's just wasting time on TikTok, like watching videos. It's like the new Vine.
Oh, I love it.
I'm like, look. I'm like, what? It's been an hour.
The videos I have are from TikTok. So
oh my gosh, I can't wait to relax. Like I love watching fail videos.
Yeah, we'll have you on again soon.
But no, this is fun. Thanks you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Slob on the Pod with Yvette Dahl.
Bye.
Bye.